Today we're going to be playing through the entire MKU offseason and playing our first game of season number 2. Look at that, Coach Rover's former team wins the national championship in his first year at MKU. They killed Georgia with mostly a core of sophomores and juniors, so they're going to be pretty dangerous for a long time. As with Mt Kilauea, they've got a long way to go before they can reach even close to that level, and the offseason will be a good look at what season 2 is going to look like. Oh my god, what? Coach Rover gets a contract extension after 1 year on the job. 4 more years. I will say that losing 23 seniors is never ideal. Frank Reynolds at the top, Deegan Faria, Marquez Hampton, Caleb Perry, all of these starters not going to be on the squad next year. Probably the biggest one, our offensive MVP, Marvel Steel-Toed Lewis, the closest thing we've ever had to a true legend at MKU. I won't go through all of the players, but I did make a dynasty tracking spreadsheet with all these graduates and a little blurb about them that you might find funny. That link will be down in the description for you to check out at your own convenience. It's so crazy to see that East Carolina's coming off of the national championship, and really in hindsight, they aren't losing much of anything. I also included some season stats in that dynasty tracking spreadsheet, but Marvel Lewis had a pretty solid year starting at quarterback. The high interception totals to be expected, but 52% completion. He was more than a good enough game manager for us. I'm also really looking forward to getting guys like Chris Briggs, Thomas Pontillo III, and Vash Thapa back for another year. Same thing goes for guys like Oh Man and Randy Savage. I'm so curious to see if we're gonna get any transfers. As I expected, nobody wants to come to Mt Kilauea, and given that we're right by a volcano, can you really blame them? We enter the recruiting phase with the 108th ranked class in the country, and given that it's our first year in existence, I will take whatever I can get. We've already established our 10 scholarship recruiting class. There's not much else for us to do here. I've left all these players on my board without offering them a scholarship, and there's this mechanic in the game where if you remove these players and you have a lead on them, then there's a bit of a chance that you can get them to come on as a walk-on, but that's only if you have the lead. So I'm going to cross my fingers and hope we can add some potential role players to the rest of this class. And no surprise to see that East Carolina has the #1 class in the country. This is absolutely ridiculous. They have 11 5-stars here. As the game advances, we won't be told if we sign anybody else, since they're basically treated as walk-ons, but let's see what we got. Still ranked 119th, but we have 22 guys. That means that 12 brave souls are deciding to walk on at MKU, paying their full tuition. 8 1-stars, 13 2-stars, and 1 3-star. What a successful signing day for the Seismos. We lost 23 players, we signed 22 back. I'll take that. Check this out, it's Chris Briggs and then a whole bunch of freshmen at the top. Now I know we signed 2 scholarship tackles, but did we get another walk-on lineman? I really hope so. Hey, we got one. We really needed that. Our depth is looking extremely thin. I'll be changing the name of our freshmen to a name of the Patreon supporter's choice. I think there are still like 10 spots available for names, so if you want to support me on Patreon, click the link in the description. You can help me change player names like this one. The only prospect name that won't be changing is Big Daddy Womack. I just like the name too much. We've already upgraded at pretty much every position this season. I think there's a lot of optimism going into season number 2. Hell, maybe we could even win 4 games next year. Keeping it real, training results only affects like a couple of players because we're so bad, so let's check it out. We are using the Dynasty Player Progression tool for this, which produces some pretty interesting results. As you can see, Randy Savage goes up 8 overall points, Jordan Fowler up 7, Chris Briggs up 4. Some of the younger players on the roster all entering their redshirt junior year. These are really the important ones going into year 2. Look at East Carolina. They improved so much. They're a powerhouse. The last 2 seasons, Heisman Trophy winners Trevor McKnight and Noah Brooks, all 99 overall. What a disaster. Gonna be a great time to play them later in the episode. We don't have to cut anyone, but I think there's one player that deserves to be cut. We're sacrificing Malachi Kapoy to a volcano. As you know, we spent most of our season last year getting clapped by ranked teams, and after a 3-win season, we're just gonna join the Mountain West Conference at this point. I also apologize to any New Mexico or UNLV fans, but we're moving them into the Independent Conference, and the reason we're doing this is so we can add BYU into the Mountain Division. I feel like that makes things a little bit more interesting. Here's the updated roster following the name changes. Some players like Big Daddy Womack and Anthony Jasper say didn't get changed this year because there simply weren't enough supporters eligible for name changes, but we've got Yaz Beecher at wide receiver, Taylor Adams at strong safety. Here's JL Scott, middle linebacker, Keanu Rivas at free safety, Daniel Ruxin starting at outside linebacker. Our new quarterback is Josh Hayes, and we've got Hakuna Matata at defensive tackle. Then finally, we've got Cleveland King Jr. and Sammy Graffi at cornerback and running back respectively. If you want to be in the series and support the channel, my Patreon is the way to do it. That's patreon.com/NitroDrive, and you too can become a Seismo. Looking like an interesting schedule this year, a little more relaxed with the Mountain West play. But of course, we've still got East Carolina on the road to start the year. Let's get into it. Oh, shaky bar, please help me. They're 99 across the board now. Playing the national champs with a completely new look defense. I don't know how this is going to go at all. Running through a defender and has 9 yards and a first down. Noah Brooks versus a team of freshmen. Throws downfield as the launch coach, Christian Horn, beats Jordan Fowler, his former teammate. It only took 2 passes for them to find the end zone. Unbelievable. They missed their PAT, so it's 6-0. New quarterback Josh Hayes has some big shoes to fill. Handoff to the freshman Sammy Graffi. He has 10 and a first down. What do we have to lose? We're going to go for it. 4th down and 9. Takes a snap. Curl route. We got Jazz Beecher. First down out to the 35-yard line. It works to perfection. We have to air it out. Takes a snap. I see you over the middle. Oh, and it's a wild throw. Shades of Marvel Lewis. We're already this far down the field. I feel like we have no choice but to really go for it. Send a prayer. Downfield. Up for grabs to Powell. Oh, and it's nearly caught for a touchdown, but he drops it. Just went right off his hands. Come on, man. I don't think there's any possible way for a freshman to stop these guys. Quick throw to Northcutt. He breaks a tackle into open space. Down inside the 5. Up the middle. Trevor McKnight has a crater to run through. And ECU's up 2 possessions. I believe in Sammy Graffi. Setting up the screen. Our only weapon. Around the corner. Can you beat one? Oh, he's out of bounds. We're going for it on 4th down. I still believe in Sammy Graffi. He's got a crater up the middle. What a great block from our offensive lineman. Graffi's much faster than Caleb Perry. I think we have a chance to set up the screen and get the first down. He's got space. Graffi keep running across the 30. We're moving the football on ECU all the way down inside the 15. All right, Josh Hayes. I see you, Beecher. Lob to the outside. Oh no, he dropped the touchdown. We basically scored a touchdown, but the game doesn't want to take it. Tight end, back of the end zone. Oh, we missed him. That's so tough. Jenny Urbanowski couldn't take the game winner the last time she was on the field. We'll give her the chance here in the first quarter in season number 2. Great job, Jenny. Let's go defense. Noah Brooks, quarterback draw is going nowhere. Swallowed whole in the backfield. That's Nick Buckley, the freshman. Bunch set to the right side. Come on, Brooks. Over the middle. Scott with the great coverage and knocked incomplete. What a beautiful play from JL Scott. Just one more play. Can we get a stop on defense? Noah Brooks has Diggersby underneath. He's going nowhere. Knocked on his wallet after 6. We got the stop. Read option. Go, Josh. Slide down. Nice work. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to be sad. Set up the screen. Somebody's out there. We don't block him. Tony Tice with the pursuit. Forces 4th down. I think all I'm asking for from Josh Hayes is to show us something to get us motivated going into conference play. That's certainly not it. I'd put a whole month of ad revenue of them scoring on this play. Hand off McKnight. It's a counter run. He's going to walk into the end zone. We got Clay Borsilla wide open up the middle. It's the biggest play of the day. He's trucking people down to the 40. Keep it moving. Come on, Josh. We've got Briggs. Bounces off a tackle. He's got some room in a first down. Just one touchdown. Cuts it to the left side and out of bounds after 8. I love it. It's a new year and a different offense. We just have to figure out exactly how to use it. It's covered up and it's intercepted. John Chadwick. Come on, Josh. Get there. Trip him up. What a brutal turnover. ECU was good enough to win the national championship last year. They're even better this year. It's 30-3. We're not even to the half yet. 38. Come on, Joshy. I see room. Step up. Go, Joshy. No. Yes. Yes! Yes! What a punt! Brad Brooks, the punting wizard. Please don't give it to Trevor. They gave it to Trevor. Up the middle, we stop him. Let's go. Only 2 yards, we get the ball back. We've got great starting field position thanks to our phenomenal punter. We've got just about 2 minutes to make something happen as long as we don't throw an interception. Beecher's wide open. Hit him, he makes the catch. Racing inside the 15 down to the 12. Hayes, can you throw a touchdown? Borsilla's wide open. Into the end zone. The first touchdown of the season is from Josh Hayes to Clay Borsilla. Oh no, Brooks is going downfield. Northcutt breaks a tackle. One man to beat. Revis wraps him up down at the 1. Speed option. Flips to McKnight, and that's actually the easiest touchdown he'll ever score. Keep it moving. Roll out, Josh. I see you square. Downfield, Beecher. Big time gain. What a strike from Josh Hayes. How did he do that? We got a man wide open. Down the middle, McCoy. Inside the 5-yard line. We could score again. Gotta try again. Hand off Benson Bird into the end zone for a touchdown. Let's go, Benson. I love you. You know, our offense has created some sparks today, but it's just hard to expect our defense to do anything remotely close to stopping this ECU offense as Bird's going nowhere. I'm taking a deep shot to Chris Briggs. Downfield, one-on-one, it's broken up. He makes the catch off of the deflection. There's no way. Chris Briggs into the end zone, 66 yards. Holy moly. He's in one-on-one coverage on their number one corner, Jasper Toussaint. He sticks with him and makes the play, but it's not good enough. That was an immaculate reception type play. Probably the most absurd play of the entire series to this point. That was a tough test against the best team in college football, but honestly, we put up 24 points and seemed to get better as the game went on. Josh Hayes had an absolutely electric debut, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 403 yards through the air. I don't know what Marvel Lewis's high was, but that's gotta be close. In the receiving game, it was great to see freshman running back Sammy Graffi get involved early and often. Chris Briggs had 5 catches, including a 66-yard touchdown off the deflection. Our walk-on JUCO tight end Clay Borsilla also caught a touchdown, and freshman Jazz Beecher nearly had an 100-yard game. So I think there's a lot to look forward to as we get into conference play. If we can get even more production out of these freshmen, then the future of MKU is looking pretty solid. We may have lost this game by 30 points, but we managed to put up 24 and show some flashes that our 10 fans have to appreciate moving forward. My name is Jack. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Thank you to Patreon supporters CJP Pole, Dalton Jet, Jason DeMarco, Deegan Faria, Maki Harukawa, T-Clink24, Buck Knife, Slim Marley, Caden Bjornstead, Christian Horn, Ibrahim Bashir, Jonathan Chadwick, Chrissy the King, Hum, Matthew, Jordan, Randy Constance, Lamar Stevens, and Taylor Adams.